All right, we're about to jump into a Core Set 2020 ranked draft here, and I want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom, for being such excellent purveyors of Magic stuff. Everything you need to get your game on for Magic, you can find there. They got singles, they got sealed product, they got supplies, and they got the best buy prices on average in the industry. I'm going to say I don't have the, you know, I try to say true things, and I look at a lot of buy prices, and I would say on average that is just a true thing, that on average their buy prices are the best you're going to find in the card game. So if you need to unload some cards, be sure to incorporate them. Start with Card Kingdom. Make sure you're getting the best value for your cards. All right, what do we got? Hey, I like that rare. Unfortunately, we're passing Excellent Murder and fan favorite Meteor Golem for meme value. But I don't. But between gems and just the insane power of this card, I'm gonna take it. Wheel the Blade Brand. Yeah, we might wheel the Blade Brand. Here, we'll pour one out for the Meteor Golem though. Yeah, Knight can just win games out. It's like, oh, you had a turn one Knight. I guess I lose. So decent removal here in Agonizing Siphon, Sorcery Speed, 4 mana Lightning Helix versus a Pattern Matcher. Staying open, and it has not been difficult to turn this into a 4 mana 2-for-1. It's just generally what it is. It's really very good. Let's take Siphon though. I really want to play this. This helps get bots off of black. It will help our pack too. Cutting colors is real against bots especially, but I wouldn't do it if we weren't in this color already. But it's actually nice to be able to cut off these packs of decent black. It means we'll get the hookup in pack 2 at least, and we can take a Thief here to keep going with that. Interesting that they were dismissive of Pattern Matcher. I would think it's not. I don't know. It's not that hard to pick up dupes. But yeah, we're taking Thief here, no problem. Oh, saw a nice row of black and thought we'd find something additionally sweet in our one color so far, but instead, the best card in the pack is probably, unfortunately, this Ancestral Blade. Or Vorse Claw if you need that kind of effect. Trouble is, it's very replaceable. It's at least an elemental, though. I've never played Black-White. Has anybody played Black-White and had some success? Yeah, we could also take Sedge Scorp. I'm also just inclined to take the Burglar. It's not great, but I don't necessarily see branching out into a second color for Scorpion or Blade. Norbert likes Black-White, huh? All right, well, if you all want to dip in towards white, I'll do it. I'm inclined to just take the Blood Burglar and stay mono. But if you think it's that much better, we can take the Blade. Burglar's not that great. It's pretty filler. But where are we here? Bow and Vial. We could pick one of these and maybe end up in black-blue and find... There was a Weaponsmith that may wheel. We obviously had big fun with the mask yesterday, especially in black. Black-red was solid for us yesterday. Yeah, there's also nothing wrong with old Boneclad Necromancer, as Train points out. You can pick these up, though. These go pretty late. I think we want... I'm really looking at these because I think didn't we pass a weaponsmith in the first 4 picks? I can even look at my. I'm not going to bother. I think it's, if I were not streaming, I might go and look at my, pack. Fiddle says pack 2. So I think we could end up in blue and be really happy we picked up one of these. I'm going to do it. This is crazy, but I'm thinking we can end up wheeling that. Ooh, but here's a brawler, making me wish I'd taken the mask. I still might take the brawler here. I don't want to, just because I did this on the spec for wheeling the weaponsmith doesn't mean I'm now committed to blue. Assault. Oh, aerial assault. Yeah, for matching the blade. Octo is also fine. Octo basically matches bow. Blade matches assault. And brawler is decent. All right, we have the blade. I'll take the assault. White tends to be super open. People are interested in white-black, the possibility of white-black here, so we'll keep that open. I like pulse, but we'll take a cutthroat. I don't want to make this my first green card when there's a cutthroat here. Cutthroat's been way better than expected. I think white is a trap too, but I'm kind of drafting with everybody here, and some strong opinions that white-black is sweet. So, all right. Yeah, bow with cutthroat is a combo. Good call. You take Angelic Gift here as a filler white card, or Abomination as a filler black card, but I'd rather take the cheaper one, I guess. Yeah, uncommon. Uncommon. Unsummon is also possible here. If we want to expect this bow to come around, yeah, we can take a blue card here. Let's do that. None of these are worth it. Let's continue to spec on possible pivot into blue. I kind of like Unsummon more than Sprite. What do you think? Sprite's been underwhelming to me. It feels like to be good, it has to be a 2-1, which means that you are put in a position of constantly having to leave a blue open. All right, I'll take Unsummon. Yeah, I'll get. Just checking to see if you're on the same page with me that Unsummon over Sprite is where we want to be here. The Blade Brand wheeled as predicted. We also have a Gift of Paradise that came around. We'll take the Blade Brand. Seems like we're headed towards a Blade Brandy style of deck. And here we'll find out if we got our Weaponsmith or not. All right, we did. So I'm going to take that. And now we have that possibility. So we'll see what happens from here. We can take a wand. It's not best of 3, so it's probably not going to be played. And this is probably Vault Progress. We could also take Fortress Crab, though, as a Desperation playable. It's also pretty decent with Blade Brand. People are going to attack into it. Yeah, wand could work with Weaponsmith, but does that make it good and playable in best of 1? It makes me more excited to bring it in out of the board in best of 3, but I don't think that makes it playable in best of 1. Wand and Cutthroat is another combo there as well. That's true. I'm going to take the wand because we can get crabs. I don't necessarily think this is a combo we're going to do and play the wand or whatever, but in fact, I'm going to put it into the board and we'll remember it's there. I just don't think even with combo-rific stuff that we want to actually play it, but we'll take a serpent here. Yeah, we could end, you know, if artifacts started flowing, that's a direction we could go. Wow, this is a late mammoth spider. I'm going to leave it there and keep that in mind, but this is a nice convolute as well. Here's a crab you get for free. Well, you take gems, which I think I've been I've not been very disciplined about taking the gem picks because I keep getting distracted by things like murder. Here's the Corpse Knight we could have been. We followed the black-white path, which we still kind of could, but I think we're I don't know. Our blue's not that great yet. We got Smith and 1 bow. Everything else is, and unsummon's fine or whatever. We definitely take murder here over blood for bones. I like blood for bones, but straight up murder. I actually don't think murder is that, like, you want, of course you want pinpoint powerful removal, but the stuff that makes this format, that makes you win in this format, tends to be more comboing your thief off, weaponsmith with 3 bows, and you mow down their entire offense. You know, it just, in my experience so far, this is a place where the value of a murder is actually lower in terms of your expectations of winning the event or winning a given match in it. That being said, I want to do some, we'll do a deeper dive into rare drafting, but I'll be deck greedy here and take the murder. Here I'm just going to want a thief, and we'll try and wheel a vulture or necromancer. Necromancer probably comes around. Vulture is a stretch. We'll keep Dawning Angel in mind here. I still don't feel committed to blue, so we could still pivot to white if this came around or if there's other stuff. Well, there is a lot of white showing up. We got a blood-soaked altar, which I've never really made work, and this doesn't feel like the place for it without the clear sack outlets yet. No, sorry, this is a sack outlet without the sack targets, such as a skeleton or whatever. So altar looks fun, but we're not really there. So probably just vulture. And we're not really at vulture either. We have no, but we'll prioritize soul salvage, and I don't think we're going to get into the zombie common or whatever. We could also take Ancestral Blade, hedge back into black-white. Again, I don't necessarily think we're blue yet, even though we have a significant number of blue cards in the deck. They're last pick type blue cards. All right, let's take the vulture. We know we're black, so that makes sense. Take the card in the color we absolutely know we are in. And then early in pack 2, we can take a second weaponsmith. This probably wheels, but now we can kind of just move in on this. Siratemi likes the altar, and now that we have a second weaponsmith, I think I would take an altar if it comes back around or we find another one. Let's take a weaponsmith and do this. There's a vial to support that. Although, yeah, the white road seems like it would have been fine. I think we're away from that now, and we are going to just continue on and really lean into the blue and the weaponsmith stuff. But that makes me a little sad. All that blue and nothing to show for it. I think we do take Sage's Row. Yeah, you might be right, Steven. The green has been wide open. No green here, but green was definitely a color we could have gone. Yeah, we could take Caves. Got Murder, though. This pack is bad. I don't... Just because we have, like, Weaponsmith doesn't mean I want to play an Axe. I kind of don't like this card. I think eventually, if you can activate it a few times, you get your card back, but it's at risk, pretty heavily at risk in the short term. We could take the Caves, but we could also take Sage's Row. Let's see our curve here. Let's also assume we are no longer doing the white thing. That means Blade is gone as well. All right, so this is what we're actually looking at. Yeah, you could put it on the crab. I still don't want to take it here. I take the Caves, I'm just going to get punished. I just know it. I'm going to take Denizen. There's a chance. See, here's one that we can't take because we're going to take another Weaponsmith. But too bad we can't wheel this Golem. Oh, we might. Maybe the... Nah, there's a basic land, so we won't wheel it, but oh well. Case has great upside, but it will make me so mad when we can't cast our spells because we have a stupid caves. So yeah, we're going to take 3 weaponsmiths and just really see if we can move in on it. And that means probably moving in on stone golems too. Really wanted this backwater. That would make me a little more inclined to play something like that caves. But with 3 weaponsmiths, don't we just want actual artifacts now? Yeah, we're looking at turn 3 stone golems. That's pretty good. Here's another caves to tease me. Or we can take a sorcerer. How are we at 2? Sorcerer's not really what we want to do at 2. Fine, I'll take the caves, but I'm not promising we play it. Dawning Angel did come back. Does this help with equip? Activated abilities? Dare we? I think we actually have the deck for this. All right. Is hammer bad when you have 3 weaponsmiths? Look at these Dawning Angels going around. Man, we absolutely are not, like, we're in the fun place, but I think white and green are both looking like they would have been better complements to black here than blue, actually. Raptor. Okay, if there's any justice in the world, we at least open a steel golem, right? Or steel overseer. Come on, one-time overseer. If you're gonna do this to me, Arena, you gotta give me an overseer. Come on. No. Ooh, and look, we got an aerialist that would have gone super great with all the black-white. Oh, man. Pattern matcher, I don't think wheels anymore. We have 2 thieves, 3 weaponsmiths, so we could pattern match. It's also an artifact for, you know, that can be pushed out, but replication is also good. And it's rare. I suppose we just take the decent rare. Everything becomes hammers. All right, yeah, we can actually use the other mode. We're gonna take it. It's gems. It's playable. We can actually use the other mode. We're gonna wave goodbye to the pattern matcher and the bloodthirsty aerialist and the altar. All this stuff we would take. Hopefully, we wheel something. But this is funny, so we're gonna take it. Replication is a rare, so first of all, it's going to be worth some gems to us. Eventually, maybe even now. What do we got? We got 1 rare. But also, choose target artifact you control. Each other artifact you control becomes a copy of that artifact until end of turn. So what people are suggesting is that we get Heartpiercer bow and any other equipment we can pick up equipped, and then change the equipment while equipped into hammers. Cove lets us splash blade. Yeah, it helps us towards that. I don't know if why are we so enamored about blade that we're like leaping to splash it though. Kind of just want to take removal or gems here. At instant speed, yeah. Stephen Hacking asks, does that work? It should work because you have a piece of equipment that's legally equipped, and then the equipment turns into a different piece of equipment, so it should stay legally equipped. If equipment turned into something that was not an equipment, it would fall off. Yeah. Anyway, back to here. Paralysis, Tranquil Cove, or Wake Root seems to be the way to go. Is there more we want to do in the white splash realm? I'm not sure I want to do it just for Blade, but we get an aerial assault. Maybe we get a second Blade. The AI certainly seems uninterested in white this draft. Okay, we'll take Paralysis. I want gems, but I'll be a good boy. Get some win rate out of this deck. Hey, now. Look at that. We got both. Two lovely blue flyers. We'll take the meme value, though. I also think it's just a little bit better, right? Long-term. Immediate one card, long-term many cards. I agree with Norbert that Cloudkin is probably the pick in an Elementals deck. Got another Gorging Vulture, another Sleep Paralysis, a 2-drop, a Raptor that we'll probably wheel. We can pick up on the wheel to go with our Cast Artifacts theme. Another Sleep Paralysis. Probably not playing this Fortress Crab at this point. We hope not. Cut the Dawning Angel. We like all of these, though. Second Vulture in case we do wheel the Pattern Matcher. I don't think... I'm going to leave this for now, but we hope to cut it. Man, I don't like this card. Especially when we're playing black. We should be murdering things, not paralyzing things. And the Vulture... What does the Vulture really do? We're not really doing anything good with the Vulture in this deck. I mean, it's fine. I'll take more removal, but I don't like that removal. It's yucky removal. Evolving Wilds, or another Hammer, or another Denizen, or a Sprite. You just take a Sprite. Take a Anticipate and find our combo stuff. Metropolis Sprite wears a bow pretty nicely. Yeah, we could get... We don't really need 2 hammers, though, right? I mean, come on. I'll play 1 hammer. Oh, you want me to crack this pack in case of value? I mean, we probably shouldn't even play the 1 hammer. Funny. I think we already have 4 of those. Anyway. No, if we did, it wouldn't have given us that, right? So let's go, let's look. I guess oh yeah, I made that for the paid account. I knew I had 4 of them in a deck, but it was on the paid account. And this is... Right. There we go, good call. Ground ourselves some gems by remembering to do that. Yeah, no more chance for bows. We're only on pick 5. We could get a bow here. But yeah, this didn't actually work out. 3 weaponsmiths and 2 targets right now. I'm going to go with the Sprite. Another Paralysis. Another first Skeleton. An Evolving Wilds for a splash. It doesn't look like we're going to pursue. Another Wand if we just want to do... No. Yeah, I guess we're doing Skeleton. Are we doing anything fun with Skeleton? I guess we have Blade Brand. Alright. Alright, we have 1 more fresh pack. Come on, give us 1 more bow. Let's at least have a 2-bow deck. Come on. Come on, we got 3 weaponsmiths and you won't give us a second bow? Bow. Bow. Alright. We have the deck we have. I think we ended up 5-3 with sack deck. Bone to Ash, Befuddle, or a second unsummon. I have one unsummon, so yeah, we'll take Bone here. But here's another one. We'll take a Blade Brand here. Another crab. I guess we could take Vault Progress. I have the first crab in the board anyway. It's not quite resign and go to next, but we're not super happy with this. I'll take a second Sage's Row over Vault Progress just in case. Our Raptor did wheel. And the millionth crab. And yeah, if you want to force white, it looks like you get whatever white cards you want because the bots are entirely uninterested. All right, what do we do with this mess? We've got 18-13, bunch of cuts to make. Let's cut those dudes. Maybe a Bone to Ash. We got a lot more going on at 4. And we're not really operating at instant speed. Probably cut the Convolute on that front as well. Are we just still all in on the Weaponsmiths? I mean, we can even consider not doing that. Oh yeah, we're going to play the games. Well, the Smiths aren't just searching up the bow and the vial. They're also enabling playing the hammer because they help equip, and they're a reason to play raptors and golems. So it's not just about finding that stuff. I think we kind of have to go with it. It's like, if we cut this package, like, what else are we? What are we really doing? We just don't have. I mean, we're bringing in white at that point, and I don't think we have the white to fill out a deck as open as it was. And there's that wand we could consider. I don't think so. Exactly, Robert. What is this deck doing? What is it doing with the Smiths, frankly? Please, please, let me get what I want. Yeah, we have to make our title a Smiths song reference. Also go to deck building. About cut the Vulture. I don't want to cut the Vulture. I think it's fine at 3/3 in the air. I guess we have flyers we're going for. And we're doing literally nothing with the graveyard. That's a reasonable suggestion. But then, like, maybe do we just want to cut the Sprite? God, we got 4 cuts to make, though. And we're going with this package, so maybe we have to start cutting things like an Unsummon. We have 2 Paralysis, Siphon, and Murder. A couple Blade Brands that I think I like better than an Unsummon. Probably cutting a Sprite or the Vulture, if not both. I think I'm going to cut a Sprite. We have to try. We have to try. Look, we've got Triple Smith. Our big sadness is that we only found 2 searchables. That's fair. Let's do that. I like it. No, let's cut the Serpent. Good call. We can definitely say that's I mean, it's not a bad win con, but that's not how we're trying to do it. We're trying to get there with hammers and stuff. Like we haven't done anything if we have not turned our Heart Piercer bow into a Colossus hammer before the end of this. Anyway, that would be funny, but yeah, suiting up the serpent with a hammer be something else. I don't think we have the character space, but you could make an acronym out of that, or just call it "Get What I Want." Got what I wanted. How about got what I wanted? Don't hang the DJ. All right, let's finish this deck. Stop talking about the Smiths. 41 of 40. Have one more cut. Maybe one of the cutthroats. I really want to keep all of our artifact stuff. I mean, we're just kind of doing it. We're going for it. We're moving in on weaponsmith tech. So I don't think it looks great, but it's a plan. Moon might be us. Might be us if it doesn't work out great, but let's see. We've got... we also need to adjust this. I need to want a 7... not the regular split. Why would you... See, this is just a pain. Making me pick lands. System used to be good. Now I can choose basics. Ugh. No, I'm kidding. I actually... in paper, I care about my basics a lot and think about it a lot. But digitally, for some reason, not as much. But if they get, here's the thing. Let me take a little aside here. I like this deck, first of all. Over under in best of one here. What's par? You're saying? I don't know. I hope we get. I'm gonna call this 2.5 because I'm pretty suspect that this deck has the power to get there. So 2.5 is kind of like my below average suggestion. But I wanted to, I'm going to say done here. And I want to say this is kind of driving me nuts, this format here. I don't enjoy it. Ostensibly you think I would because the... Hold on a second. Is that a child? Hold on. No, I was hoping it was a child. It was actually it was the dog, who is both on a diet and on a restricted contents diet. He's doing some allergy exploration, and I heard the telltale rattling of him trying to get into something. So anyway, yeah. What I was saying though is that I don't. Ostensibly, I should like this because the play is kind of like limited. It kind of feels like you're playing limited decks against each other, except they're not ones that I made or opened. So it doesn't... I miss that element of it. But these are the basic lands that I will go for. These are... If I can unlock all of these, then I will use these all the time, I promise. These are lands worth pursuing. These are probably my favorite lands. They're right up there with alpha beta type lands for me. So it's really awful that they've put basically my #1 favorite cosmetic goal at the end of a thing I don't really want to play. Ugh. Anyway, a little aside on that. Let's go play. Get to this battlefield mode and jump in. It's not free though, mama. It's using up really a lot of my time and not in a way that I find fun, you know? So it's actually quite punishing for me. It's truly a grind. If I found those games super fun, that would be one thing, but I don't. Sunset, I appreciate you. Sunset is an early scooper. I think... Oh, we should... Oh, God, I thought I skipped my turn. Oh, my God, I thought I just punted right out of the gate. Woo! Mama, what did you say? You liked Gruel? But whatever. I gotta get my son to play it somehow. All right, we get a weaponsmith, and then next turn, Raptor and Hammer. Wow, that's ours. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, lads. But yeah, I encourage everybody to scoop early in those things. The second you're disadvantaged, scoop. Give your wins away and go seek advantages. All right, so now we're going to go Hammer plus Raptor. I suppose I could have gone Skeleton plus Raptor, and that would have been a little better. But Skeleton's not blocking. Might have been worth a point of damage next turn. But I should have put out Power and Toughness instead of the Hammer, I think. One, two, three, four, five, six. We're 2 away. See, we're 2 away from equipping. And we can actually do Raptor Skeleton this time. And no reason not to attack with the Raptor, so let's do that. That's true, we could also get the bow. Good call. Let's maybe... I'm so thinking about casting what we have, but getting the bow... Let's do that actually at the beginning of our next turn. I've already attacked anyway. So let's do that for next turn. And I'll set the stop now for that. Yeah, I probably should have picked up a bunch of foil. Like, whenever I see something like this that's super extreme, it's usually going to get broken by somebody somewhere. Little magic spec tip. Like, I don't know what the foil of this is now, but whenever you see something hyper cheap, but does something hyper powerful but hyper expensive on a different axis, there's probably somebody that's going to break it, you know? So it can be a good spec little MTG finance tip there, if you're into that kind of thing. When they're uncommons like that, I would just get foils if you thought they were going to maybe be figured out and be part of a system at some point. All right, well now you can give this reach, but not with what they've got going. So we get a free attack. And we can send in, let's see. If we get the bow, we can take out the sailor. And then maybe next time we'll try bow. Or we can also do bow. We can't quite do bow cutthroat. So we'll do bow sailor this turn, and then we can bow cutthroat next turn. Trouble is, at that point, they'll have reach, and that means that they can actually successfully block the raptor. Yeah, probably a pure steel paladin thing. All right, I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna go get the bow though. Let's get that sailor down. Oh, siphon is interesting. Now that's good. That's great. I'll explain that in a second here. I'm roping a little bit when I get this on with. Well, eventually we can get there. Anyway, I was excited about this draw because now we can go deal 3 and finish it off with a ping. They're racing. We could throw the Skelly in front. They would be force them to use some green if they want to get any damage through. Yeah, we can just block the troll. Also, but keep in mind blocking this. We can save 2 and make them spend a green, or we can save 3. That's the question. And I think 2 and 1 mana is more appealing to me than 3. Give them all their mana. So let's do that. Murder Most Foul, but we do not have the black for that yet. Fortunately, we do have our Siphon play here. So let's do that. And let's see, do we want to leave it? We're going to just leave Weaponsmith back. Well, we gained some life here. We're going to take some more damage. We could leave Weaponsmith back. They just block with a Denizen if we attack with it. So yeah, just checking out our making sure it all checks out. I don't want to Cutthroat to take out the Denizen. We really want to take out this Ceratops here. Yeah, that's true. That gains us some life. Yeah, maybe I should have done it the Cutthroat way. We're going to do the Cutthroat way on one of them anyway. Just which order we were doing it in. But yeah, if we did the Cutthroat method, we would be able to threaten to block the troll there. But then we kind of saved our 3 anyway. But probably Cutthroat is better there. Better to just build our board. Do the Cutthroat plan. I mean, eventually, like, they're going to probably play something here we're going to want to do it with anyway. We really want another swamp. Unfortunate. And also, please note, like, I fully expect to draw and feel badly about the that stupid caves. Although I think we would play more islands than swamps. Maybe. No, we'd probably play more swamps. So if that cave draws, it should have been a swamp. Are we there yet? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. We're close. So now I'm going to attack and actually go ahead and just... The trouble is we try to do the Cutthroat trick on the Barkhide Troll is... They have the hexproof option, so we don't want to do that. But we can attack with both. Give the Denizens a ping. Play this and this. Now we can fetch our vial at end of turn. Vial can take out the sprite, or basically make him force a chump. Hey Nantuko, what up? Getting ready for Gen Con. What are your big plans for the weekend, for Gen Con weekend? Morally, we had a hammer equipped there. Morally, it was hammer time. Playing... Oh, because you're going to be playing Werewolf? Nice. So sad, but I have a hard time passing this, although we lose some of the value of having the bow in the hand because the weaponsmith can't go find it, and we don't have any black yet. If we top deck a swamp, the hand is practically unbeatable. If we don't, well, unbeatable. This card, unanswered, is practically unbeatable, but it can be answered. So they basically, it puts them to the question of answer this or die. But we don't have black yet. We can't guarantee it's on the top. But we do have a sure weaponsmith, and at least we can get a bow down, and we can find the vial. I don't know. What do you think? No opinions from chat on this one. Yeah, we need one thing. All right, I'll keep. Oppo thinks we're dumb. I think Oppos are dumb when they play a hammer. Not dumb, you know what I mean. Wow, we're just up against all the trolls. Here's a swamp a little bit late. Now we got to figure out whether we want to go Knight of the Legion or Weaponsmith here. Knight of the Ebon Legion at least threatens next turn to start getting really big. But we can do that next turn too. We can go Weaponsmith. Yeah, Knight with threat of activation next turn is pretty powerful. Just got to get this hammer on it. But are we going to do that? Because we want Thief as well. This is a problem. Yeah, Weaponsmith plays Bow for free, but is that even any good for us? I guess Bow on the Thief turns this effectively into a 3-powered attacker. Everybody wants the Knight. I'm just not sure that gets us where we want to be as fast as we want to get there. I'm going with the Smith. I think you're wrong on Knight. I think it's doesn't get us where we want to be as fast as we want to get there. And Weaponsmith kind of does. We commit to the Knight. We're kind of committing to activating or threatening to activate. Knight requires to hold up mana, but only through the attack. Then you get the free attack, and then you get to spend your mana. That's what the Knight, those supporting the Knight play, I think, would say that. You know, that it's not that you're going to invest 3 mana every turn; it's that you're going to threaten it every turn. And in this case, though, if we want to spend all of our mana, we need to get the bow out with the Weaponsmith. We could actually we could equip it to the Knight. Actually, that's nice. How about that? I'm gonna do that. Now we can activate. Oh, the bow. I made this templating mistake though. I thought that was super clever because I thought I was gonna have a death touch pinger. Forgot the wording on bow. But we're still, like, they still need to, like, kill this knight now. Looks like they're going to do it, unfortunately. Rabid Bite incoming. Feels like they're going to Rabid Bite here. Which is too bad. Kind of derails our whole... Well, that's not bad. That's bad. We definitely don't want to draw that. We're supposed to fetch that. Boo. Let's see. What can we do about this situation? Unfortunately, getting a counter there doesn't even actually do much for us. We can kill Troll. Not really, right? I mean, we can target it. But at any point, they can save it. Like... Play it, activate it, and kill Troll? Because... Yeah, it costs mana to... Oh, it costs mana to save. Thank you. That was what I was missing. Okay. Let's do that, then. Ah! Misclick. Sorry, folks. Now we gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. I mean, you can punt that. I don't feel badly about it, because it was obviously not what I meant to do. It's just a unfortunate situation. Now I'm going to attack here. That's really too bad, though. We had the troll beat. I think that might just cost us this game, which just kind of sucks. This deck's going to need every little advantage it can get. Exactly. That's why I'm not mad. But I do like to get as far as I can with these decks, and that just really harmed our ability to do that. I think we're going to lose this one because of that. No, I disagree. I think they gave me a confirmation window. Like, see, watch. I click this, and this comes up. This is effectively a confirmation, which is why I put it on me. If it was possible to just click this and its snap does this, then I think you're right. But I think as long as it's presenting this, I effectively have my confirmation, and I just screwed it up. I can't put that on the UI. That was just me misclicking. And I've also, yeah. So you just gotta slow down, Ryan. Anyway, and now they can save the troll. Now I'm pretty dejected, but we can put, I guess we gotta put the vial out. And now we're staying back on D, and I gotta threaten to activate that knight on defense, sadly. I mean, any piece of removal when we are just straight up dead. I don't mind even, you know, if we can survive this, it's fine. If they add something huge to the table, we're probably dead, but let's start here, see if it works. Our mana situation is not doing us any favors either. And here's where a murder ends the game, if they have that or something. Although they could have just murdered it and ended the game. If they have any kind of thing to stop this, it's kind of fancy play syndrome if they didn't just reach out and kill the knight anyway. So probably this works. Unless we're just dead. Yeah, I like to win and lose on my actual game decisions, not my ability to click interfaces, but there you go. It's a loss. Annoying. Again, we have a weaponsmith and unfortunately one of our search targets, but we're not going to send this back over something silly like that. Yeah, RTF activation choice is totally on me. A Road to Rome. They will rotate a non-frontline set, a non-M20 set, and M20 will be constantly available. That's their new plan. From now on, as soon as they offer best of one in the current set for the first time, it will be available for the rest of that set. All right, we're playing the weaponsmith out here so that we can get our mana on for Vial. I'll put a stop on upkeep in case we decide we want to go search for the bow. It's not out of the question. Unlikely, but just give us that chance. Okay, and here is that chance. Probably not. I think I just want to maybe use the Vial to take out the cat this turn. Oh, cool. We get to take out the cat and play our knight. Seems good. Let's start with the Vial, though. Suss out potential convolute. See if they've got convolute going. No, there is no pause there. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out now. I don't believe there's anything the cat can... any instant speed elementals to worry about, but just in case, we'll do that now. We wanted it dead anyway. When will there be another set to play then? In the fall, usually late September, early October is when you can expect a follow-up. Here we can Stone Golem and still have 1 mana left over. Can't do anything with the 1 mana, though. Or we just start Sailoring while we have Sailoring mana. I like Sailoring while the getting's good, but I also like threatening a Blade Brand here. They're probably not going to block anyway. Yeah, we can grow the Knight. Can we do both? We can't grow the Knight and play the Blade Brand. I'm going to leave the Weaponsmith back and send these two. Only drafting on M20? No. I was trying to clarify. M20 Best of One ranked is available until the end of the format, and a second rotating old school, different, old format. Sure. That's a nice combo. Uses all our mana. I kind of want to get value out of that, but it's also good to get value out of these while we can as well. What's nice is when this starts growing without you even having to activate it. Now with, we can play and activate the bow. We can also threaten Blade Brand, though, on Lavakin Brawler. So I think I'm going to attack with everything and try to get him with Blade Brand. And then, but that means not even bothering with the bow. It's a little bit telegraphed here, but they have a nice bounce block off the Weaponsmith, so we're going to try and get him to do that block. And if they don't block anything, we have the 4 damage happening to work the Knight angle. I'm going to do the Blade Brand. It costs us our ability to pump the Knight, but we get rid of that threatening elemental. And we can still... Let's Vulture it up here. There goes our murder. Well, we did pick up a free Skelly. That's nice. You know we got this, right? Well, you're gonna find out. Because I'm gonna cast it. Equip to our flyer. One of them. All right. I think we still get to eat that if you block, so that's all right. Unsummon? Another one. All right. Well, it's got Death Touch, so they had to use a lot of resources to make that happen. Hard to complain too much about that result. Just in case we wanted to do anything with the weapons, although we've hunted everything up, right? We've used the vial and, yeah, okay. So nothing to hunt. So we can remove that stop. Ah, Blade Brand. Also nice. Well, we could also cast the bow. Start drawing cards. I'm going to start with attacking with our two flyers, and then they'll probably let this ping happen, and then we can see about making them use... Because at least, you know, Fathom Fleet Cutthroat saying remove target +1/+1 counter from... Or remove a count +1/+1 counter from target creature is not the worst. But probably just want to go big golem here. And then have Blade Brand at the ready. All right. Picked one up there. Deck's been doing fine. I feel like we had the second game, you know, at least very, very competitive, if not for the punt. But then again, we wouldn't be in the 1-1 bracket if we hadn't lost that one, so who knows where we'd be. All right, this looks good. Both of our searchable cards still hidden somewhere in the library. We have Cheap Raptor if we want to do that. Oh boy. Oh, I finally get to keep. All right. Even a skeleton shows up in time to block a spitter. How nice. I'm gonna attack with the skeleton. They didn't attack the spitter into it, although it doesn't mean they didn't have, like, something. It's just people aren't willing to invest any resources into killing a skeleton. But we'll play the weaponsmith and see if they are interested in attacking into it. I'm gonna go ahead and get, let's see. So we don't have the third land, but if we draw the third land, we can equip and kill that dumb cutthroat right now. And actually getting the bow technically reduces, oh no, that doesn't work anyway. We need 4 total, right? Because we got to spend 1 to go get the bow. So I'm not going to, because if we don't draw anything useful, we can still cast the raptor. So that should be my main play here. All right, we found land. We'll re-stop here for next time, and we can consider murder instead. But let's just raptor it up. We have a skelly on D. And that spider I saw yesterday is back. I'm going to try and catch it. Get it out of my house. This is a high degree of difficulty capturing device. It's only this big, but I can do it. I got this. Okay, the spider dropped and ran. Well, now we're in the trouble. So we can do this now. If we get the card and draw, yeah, I think we have to try. I think we have to try. The spider has escaped. But I'm going for the bow, and we really want to land here. Come on. Land off the top. Ready now. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We take a lot of damage for 1 turn, but then we start to mow him down, and then we can murder one of the smugglers. I think we just lose to smuggler in the end eventually, though. That's the real problem. Probably have to go get so yeah, how to not lose to the smugglers. We're going to start with the cutthroat, murder 1 smuggler, weaponsmith for the vial for the other smuggler, and then bow the other spitter, and hope that we have enough time to do all that. But at least those are our ways to answer all the things we're looking at. If they add something significant to the board, that's trouble as well. One thing we might be able to do is get them with 2 3/3 instant speed artifact tokens after they're already attacking with their smugglers. Yeah, hopefully the bird gains us some life too, but if we get a couple of lands in a row, if we get up to masterful replication, that may be able to get them too, you know? But in this case, I think we need to go fetch the vial. If we draw a land, we get cast and use vial. So we're going to fetch the vial and hope we find a land. And if we don't, I guess we use the murder this turn. All right, we could also weaponsmith to, except that doesn't, I was thinking it would help with masterful replication, but it does not. So it looks like we are on murder for this turn. Yeah, that's true. Smuggler all by its lonesome isn't actually a threat. That's a great point. So we're going to take 2 more for sure, but then are ostensibly stable. Develop Smith, we take 2 anyway. That's a fair point. We can develop Smith and play the Vial here. Now we need to Vial the Sprite, though. We can also just... Yeah, let's do this. Take this out right now. Sprite is, well, if they kill the bird, though, suddenly we're dead to Sprite. I mean, you assume that the Vulture's going to be around to do that. Like, everything we have kind of stops a Smuggler. Interesting choice. It really depends on what Oppo is likely to draw from here. But we can do this. And actually just pass. Let's start there. Blackmore is expressing why I want to kill the Sprite. The Smuggler needs help. The Sprite just needs to kill the Vulture. Free attack with the Skeleton, it depends. See, not necessarily, right? Well, now I'm glad we waited. Maybe I should have killed the active... It doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter. This Sprite is getting through this turn no matter what. And that means now we have to hit the Smuggler and Vulture, and hope the Vulture is good enough to handle the other Sprite. Except that, yeah, now we just need to kill both Smugglers again, right? We're just in that same spot. So this is a little bit rough. Interesting. That's fine, because we needed to use a Vial on the Smuggler now anyway. Timberwatch, you fetch on your upkeep so that you don't draw the card you want to fetch. So we can get a pretty darn cheap Golem down, but it doesn't actually do much for us. Yeah, I got a Vulture and Golem, alright. Just looking for some other option, but there is none. There's the land we needed, and Hammer Time that maybe could have done something cool. Attack. It doesn't really change much. The Sprite was going to be getting through anyway. The only real difference here is a tapped Smuggler versus untapped Smuggler. Which is unfortunately why I've been a little feeling like we're not really going to get there. Although maybe we can replicate somehow. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I guess we have to Blade Brand and look for something. We could replicate the bow if we could get there. Turn the stone golem into a bow to kill the smuggler or the sprite, but that's 2 turns away and we're at 2. The other bow, he says. Cute. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. I made that mistake earlier. Look, man, we took every bow we found. Every single damn bow we found, okay? We did what we could. And that's all she wrote. No problem. I'm just being hopefully humorously salty as we lose to the all smuggler deck. Oh, that first loss is still haunting me. I don't think we should have it. I don't think it would have. Would it have? If so, it's probably a mistake. I'm known for those. Well, no blue yet, but we're going to keep this. If we find an island in the first 2 draws, we get to go Knight, Weaponsmith, Golem. That's pretty strong. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Cryptic Caves punishment. I should just go take that damn card out of my deck. Color Screw Attractor. So sad. I'm not going to bother putting a stop because my plan is to turn 3 a Stone Golem. I think we did cut the unsummon. No room. This deck was close to being great. I think even a second bow would have just made all the difference. We have 2 bows in this deck, and we're just mowing down things like Inquisitors. Like, if we had the second bow, I would have parred this deck at like 3.5. All seems completely reasonable. There I should have fetched something, I suppose. Although, I kind of want to play this Weaponsmith, so... I mean, what do you mean you don't hate them using removal on the 1-drop? I mean, I hate them using removal on the thing that if they didn't have removal for, we would have won the game. I'll say no attack so we can threaten to actually eat the Inquisitor. And I'll throw an upkeep stop so we can at least talk about it. Oh yeah, sure. But, like, I don't like it. Like, you know, it was an excellent play. They had the thing that saved their game. Okay, so the fetch requires blue. We could fetch one thing and equip the other. But we're not even doing that much with that. So listen, I'm just gonna wait. If we draw it, we draw it. All right. We didn't draw anything else to do though, so now I am gonna do it. That's why I waited. If this swamp had been better action than the play described, we would have done that. But it was worth trying to find something better to do rather than commit to this in our upkeep. We take the vial now. The bow doesn't do much. Whereas the vial threatens to. And we'll put out a vial over holding up murder in this spot. But I don't see the need to use the vial yet. That's a good call, Croaker. I think that would work, but it would use up the whole Masterful Replication to do so. Yeah, I should have used Smith Mana, but at least we have a blocker in this case. Yeah, I actually kind of like that we didn't, because then we get to have a blocker. I don't think we're going to need... it's not like we need murder on their turn here to not lose or something. I love that deck, Sunset. And you could catch me Goldfishing Storm sometimes quite happily. Now we can have something to ping. That's cool. So we can go get the other one. I think I'm going to take out the Inquisitor here while we have the mana. And we can go get a bow and ping the Pegasus. Well, that's where we're different, Robert. I hate that we are not attacking with our knight. I actually hate it. I just hate it. I want to be, and I'm not. We morally hammered someone. They saw that we could equip it and they scooped, but we have not put officially a hammer on anything. Skelly. So we get bow, equip bow, attack, and skeleton here. Yeah, anyway, the play people are talking about is that we could use the second mode here to choose a non-creature artifact like the Heartpiercer bow, turn Stone Golem into a bow. The pacifism says enchant creature. Once this is no longer a creature, the pacifism falls off, and then at the end of the turn we get a 4/4 golem that can attack. But that's at the cost of just making 2 3/3 golems, which doesn't seem like an improvement is the problem. I'm going to put this here. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Kind of like just murder and thief over replication. Although, you know, yeah, if they had a good 2-drop, I might actually like the replication play because you could use it as a bow. Like, here's what I'll do. I'm going to play Thief now. We're going to hold up Murder. Oh, Hammer might be in the yard. No, that was last game. I think it got milled. We'll see if we want to murder something before we untap, which we probably want to do to help the Thief attack. We'll see if they play... Ideally, they don't play something that is any better than the squad captain. Like, ideally, we murder the captain, and they only have a skeleton on D. Or they can play some stuff that is 1 toughness that a bow can get. All right, well, we're going to go for it. Just looking at every attack option. Yeah, we'll send everything. Yeah, the bow would have pinged the captain, but it still would have eaten the Thief. I wanted the Thief to live. We don't need to move the bow to the Thief. I mean, we could. I guess it needs to be there eventually, but not now. I have the mana with the Smiths to do what? Well, I'm fine with this. I'm gonna attack with everything. They might have, yeah, Blade Brand or something, but they didn't. So feels like we're in a great spot. Now I can move the bow to the Thief, and we still have replication mana. We'll see what they play. If they play something that we really want to kill at 2 toughness, then we can consider that the different replication play. And actually, let's stay here because... I don't know if we're that far ahead, actually. What do I rate the skeleton? It's like almost like a build around C+. And it's if you're not building around it, it's kind of like a C-. You can go as high as B- if you're really building around it. Yeah, especially with that play, we need the 3/3s. Yep, still attacking with all. A lot of land, but we're applying a lot of pressure as well. And should mean we're pretty likely to draw action. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only, you know, there's still 8 land in 21, so pretty strong chance of still drawing lands. And right now we're still in alpha. Okay, they're going to get rid of one of those, sure. Still got good attacks. There's nothing to go fetch, though. Come on, hammer time. One time. Let's get the hammer. End it with the hammer. Well, we could cast it for no land on style points, but we actually want those attackers, so we're going to attack with all, and then play a Raptor. Raptor plus Bow allows attacking into the Sentinel. And again, not playing around cleansing. We're just going to push in and hope it's enough. Hey, Stratic, welcome. You know, I go and I edit my streams at the end of the day and throw the videos up on YouTube. So if you've missed any of my content and want to check it out, of course, you can hit the YouTube channel. But I bring it up only because while I'm editing videos, editing the VODs for YouTube, I'll often see chats or somebody says something in chat that I totally missed and would have loved to have responded to. It really bugs me. And I just wanted to tell you that if I miss your chat and we don't interact because it scrolled off the screen, I'm sorry about that. You can always try again later. Maybe not as aggressively as Dionysus, but you know, you're always welcome to repost if I miss it, and know that I'm trying to catch everything, and when I don't, I'm sorry. Is that a weird attack? Why is it a weird attack? Yeah, vigilance. Yeah. Stratic says, I might stream a draft today. Is there a function to just put a video from Twitch directly to YouTube? Not like in any kind of one-click way, but the Twitch video editor, video producer is one of the drop-down selections of your choice. And if you connect, sorry, let's go to here. I don't want to bug Oppo or anything. Anyway, if you use the video producer, you can create videos that if you have your YouTube connected can basically auto-upload to YouTube. Not too much editing. Just gotta chop it up a little bit. We have card drawing now, so I'm definitely playing our land. And let's see, we had if we attack with the Skelly and ping the Sentinel, we get to attack with definitely with this. We still have attacks even with the Weaponsmiths, but not really with the Skeleton. So why don't we move this to something that's going to be attacking more regularly, like even the Raptor I think is good. Yeah, I didn't do the math on moving the bow because I really did want to move it. So even if it cost us a draw, I like moving it. It's because I'm expecting like the skeleton might die here. I guess I could have moved it if the skeleton died, so that's fair. I'm sure there's a lot of people who wish I would do a lot of things faster, but I also got to be me or it's all going to fall apart, you know? Bladebrand, what are you doing? Moment. All right, that works. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I might as well re-equip since it cost us that. We'll throw this on our golem. Yeah, that's true. I could have gone hunting for a blade brand. Maybe that would have been correct. Somehow I'm like trying to hide the sailor from whatever they draw, but they're unlikely to draw something to deal with the sailor. It's kind of too late now. So, but I like that play. I think that would have been correct. Sunset, good call. Yeah, Funky came up with the same line. There's also an argument for playing the sailor out, drawing a card, and seeing if we had something to play. But I do like threatening here. Maybe I'm just being a little too conservative with the old sailor. It probably doesn't matter, but no sense giving them extra chances. I'm going to do this now. They're out of cards, so it doesn't really matter. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, lads. All right, Cave's not sucking. Let's start with the fairly cheap card draw. And we got the Piercer where we want it. So looks good here for an attack. Hey, Dionysus. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I wish I was a better Magic player too. Hodge. So now we're going to take out Sentinel. Oh, except I forgot this. I didn't see this was a pacifism. That's kind of a mistake. All right, well, no attacks. Vulture. Well, let's draw a card then if we're going to not attack here. Now I'm supposed to move the bow, right? Everybody's telling me not to move the bow. Now where do we want it? Let's throw it back on Skelly. Yeah, sure. I think I'm letting mistakes compound into mistakes, you know what I mean? And a little realizing I screwed up there then caused me to try to recover from that screw up in a way that was preventing me from thinking through proper attacks, etc. Magic's hard. I'm going to play this and draw a card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't actually equip it. So I'm not going to bother playing it right now. Because we spoke of you. I was saying it's okay to repeat things in chat. Maybe just not as often as Dionysus. We can? Wait. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Oh, it's 8. Sorry, I said it was 10, 10. So we can. Thank you. Let's see. Do we want to just equip that and then they just chump? I've never played with the hammer before. So I'm not going to worry about the rope. This makes me panic, even though we have 2 hourglasses. Well, this won't be a flyer, mind you. You guys realize that, right? I do read that much about the hammer. I think we just do the hammer later. The hammer's not actually winning us the game this turn. I know it's not about. I get it. I get it. You're hearing, but you're not hearing me that I don't think hammering. I don't think equipping the hammer actually matters. Is what I'm saying. If we sailor, no, we don't want a sailor. Just these two. Okay. I was thinking that damage plus damage was enough to kill, but it wasn't, so I pulled it back. And now we will captain away the Sentinel, and the hammer becomes kind of irrelevant. But all they had to do was activate First Strike on the Inquisitor. See? You wish you were better at Magic too, Hodge. No trample for the hammer. That's why I haven't bothered. That's why I didn't bother anything with the hammer that turn. Well, the 12-12 Vulture then becomes a 12-12 Walking Vulture, as the Vulture drags the hammer behind it on the sand. And I really don't care about equipping the bow. We have infinite mana. Well, we talked about playing around that one card. Be funny if our event ended now because of that. We only have 8 cards to win with. Suffice it to say, I stopped playing around cleansing, but it felt like we needed to get a little bit wider to get there. That's pretty good. We do have an Anvil Rot Raptor in the deck, according to my... We have 2 Blade Brands and a Raptor. So we just need them to brick here, though, and we can get it. Come on, land one time. Let me get there anyway. Let me try and recover with another game, all right? Yeah, we have 2. Not all wins are pretty, folks. Not all wins are pretty. Some losses are extremely ugly, like that one would have been. We got the win, but not very pleased with that game. I can be better than that. Right on, Krolla. Oppo was just showing that they bricked. They knew it did nothing. They were just showing that they bricked. Losing on their own terms. I'm taking a beat here if anybody wants to slip in a question that I maybe was too distracted by play to interact with there. All right, we'll jump back in. Play tighter, Ryan. Play tighter. Magic is hard, but you can play tighter. European or African? Any events you would like to see as part of the plan, like on Arena, you mean? We'll keep this. We've got Bo into Thief. Now we got Weaponsmith into Thief into Bo. Now we maybe have turn 3 Stone Golem instead. My chances of being on coverage are extremely minimal. Honestly, I'm an old, cis, straight, white dude. I am not in their target broadcaster mold right now. We're playing the Hammer Dionysus because we have 3 Weaponsmiths. So it seemed worth it. So, Corpse Knight, let's actually read cards, Ryan. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life, so that doesn't actually help them with the life gain, so at least it's not life gain. We know about the Angel becoming a Sarah Angel at 25. Nothing to bow down yet. Let's go ahead and Stone Golem here. We could play the Thief, but I like just getting power on board. I know, no vigilance. A slightly distracted Sarah Angel, how about that? Alright. They're dumping their hand, pretty annoying. Trying to win a Magic game here and they're not helping us. We can leave the Golem back on D. We can Thief and hunt up... I'm going to go Thief and then maybe even hunt up the Vial. And then it helps the Thief get through with the bow next turn. Question is, do we want to attack with the Golem given that plan? If we attack with the Golem and leave the Weaponsmith back, we have blocks. Yeah, so I like attacking with Golem. Dionysus with the Shade. Apparently he's trying to make me entertaining. So now they're looking, you know, if they want to move the blade to the... Okay, I was going to say, I don't mind the blade on the Inquisitor if they're going to attack with it. Because then we, you know, if they want to use Threat of Activation on Inquisitor, that's fine. But they don't. We're racing. Oh, you get used to Dionysus. He's fine. He's a little quirky, but we like him. Let's see. How is that going to affect things? They get to... Well, we're just going to bow that down. Getting a little hot in here, though. We're at 9 life up against it. I guess this is the sick black-white deck people were talking about. Murder most foul, you say? That's actually great, because now we get a murder plus a vial, or a bow. And yeah, actually, let's bow and murder this turn. Now I'm gonna leave the golem back. Our life is too low. Let's just send in the thief. Offer up the corpse knight. Blade brand, nice. I'm just gonna take it. Let's see. So we have vial. I just like holding up murder. Right. Save vial when we can use weaponsmith mana on it. I think the coverage team is sacrificing some magic expertise in the name of diversity. You can say what you want about that. I like taking the effort to training up some more diverse coverage folks to get them to expert level. Need some patience in the meantime, but I do like the efforts they're making. So they've paid a real cost for that, and now we get to murder the Inquisitor. Do we need to murder... Maybe we need to murder the Angel anyway. But no, I guess we murder the... Well, trouble is if we murder the Inquisitor, they move the blade to the Angel, which then we can't kill. Yeah, I think it's also appropriate to refer to her as a woman, if I think in who you're talking about. And it was on the other... so we're going to pass... And... Pass... Yeah, the floor report... If you're thinking of the floor reporter from the Invitational, which I think you are, her role wasn't really to know magic, frankly. Not... But let me focus on trying not to lose this game. Hold on. It's a real problem, because if we murder... We gotta murder something. Yeah, I guess we gotta murder the big one. The real problem with this is that the vial then doesn't work, but it'll get one of them. Honestly, Stratic, I think she needs to improve there as well. Her interview questions were not very inspiring. You don't have to know magic, but if your job is to interview people after they had something, you should be better than I think she was. Okay, well, Vial plus Thief takes out the Angel, so we still have a path here. Sorry, I mean, Vial kills Angel after I bow it, is what I was trying to get at. So we get to put 1 point of damage on the Angel. And then we need Weaponsmith to block the Corpse Knight, but we can Vial the Angel now. And let's see. They are going to... move the blade and attack with the Corpse Knight, so the Weaponsmith is going to go down, blade branding the... actually, I should disguise that better. We should do it like this. Hammer might not be lethal because we have to lose the weaponsmith, but we clear their board. Hopefully they don't have anything serious after this. Constructive feedback to wizards depends on... you can always... they take comments and support tickets and everything. I mean, there's like contact Wizards of the Coast. If you Google contact Wizards of the Coast, you'll find all sorts of ways to submit feedback, etc. Okay, so block, Blade Brand. Yeah, Maria is Maria and her role in coverage exemplify my frustration with coverage right now, because Maria is amazing and Wizards is very hung up on appearances in who they're choosing to do what in a way I find very frustrating. Well, yeah, they got back the knight because they're just trying to finish us off. I mean, they just feel like we're so close to dead, right? I'm going to go ahead and send in with Thief. I know it puts us to 2. I know that's kind of what they want, but it doesn't count itself. It's another. And it's their control. And now we get 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we have replication mana. So we'll see if we can get him on the greedy attack. Oh, yeah, I haven't listened to LR this week yet, but looking forward to it, if Maria was on. Alright, well, obviously no longer attacking with the Thief. But I think we can move the bow over to the golem. We attack. And ping, actually, the corpse knight. Oh, they're not taking it. I thought they would probably try and trade off there, but we'll happily do this. Hey, doggy. We could play Thief to add another blocker if we thought that was needed. We certainly can't attack with these anymore is the thing. Not when they're recording in Barcelona, Dionysus, at, 4 a.m. Seattle time or whatever. So... I don't think we need to play the Thief. I'd rather keep the card draw available. Thief for double block is okay. I suppose if they kill the Cutthroat, we would want the Thief for double block, and we can draw the card next turn anyway. All right. Because we could draw the card before untapping and have our extra card with all of our mana. That was my thought. But because and in my head it was not relevant. Like, even if they removed the Cutthroat, we still were fine because we had a block. But having a double block is better. All right. Well, that was tight. I'm kind of talking about other stuff here, but sneakily had a very tight game there. I think they knew we were basically winning next turn, though. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was in the bag, but glad they did. Fazdar, let's see. Best way to grind wildcards on your free-to-play account. Are you like you want to acquire wildcards so that you can get all the cards you need? There's no way really to grind wildcards other than to do everything else that you would do in the system. So let me take a little break before we play our next game. And I haven't done really a refresher on my advice for new free-to-play players and how to approach it. So let me do that for 1 second. Unfortunately, we don't have. I would like to see a new quest here, but we can do it anyway. Okay. So Fazdar is asking how to go about grinding towards wildcards in free-to-play on Arena. I thought I'd touch base quickly with people on my suggestions on how to maximize your income and your acquisition of stuff without spending money on Arena. And the first thing is, of course, cycling quests. Right now we have all of our 3 possible quests completed, so they're empty. But job number 1 is do not finish the day without an hourglass waiting, because this hourglass means that overnight or at some point, it shows the time, in 14 hours, 50 minutes, I'm going to get a new quest added to my roster. And it's super important for your gold grinding to make sure you have a quest every day. A new quest every day. Then, when you come back into play for the day and you have a new quest, if it's a 500, be sure that you click the quest and cycle it from a 500 to hopefully a 750. So every day, no matter what, you should be cycling a 500 to try and get it to a 750. And in fact, if possible, you want to leave a 500 incomplete at the end of the day so that you have one for sure the next day to cycle. That's a little high level, but mainly the big takeaway on quests is be sure that you have an empty one every day, and be sure every day you try to swap a 500 to a 750 if you have them. Then in terms of what to do with your golden gems to move up, if you want a mix of drafting and limited, limited and constructed, you're still going to want to do some drafting. I think traditional drafts, if your win percentage is high, are nice because they are pretty spiky in terms of their payout. So the more you win, you can get your gems back. And also notice the packs. Like if you 5-win a traditional draft, you get 6 bonus packs, right? Whereas in a ranked draft like this one, at 6 wins, you get still only 1 pack with a 40% chance of a bonus, and then at 7 wins, you get 2 packs, right? So traditional is better than ranked in terms of the number of packs it provides, so that's helpful towards building your collection as well. I would avoid sealed. While sealed gives you 6 packs worth of stuff, it is actually not a great value in terms of your gem costs, so you just lose too many gems while playing sealed. And then also these constructed events. I don't ever play constructed events on stream because it's just not where we're at. But if you are good at constructed, this can become a grind as well, a positive grind. You need like 55 plus win percentage to net even on gold. But the fact that you get these cards matters. These random cards, 2 rares, 1 uncommon, 1 rare and 2 uncommons, 3 uncommon. You know, so basically, if you get into the 5, 6, 7 win territory in constructed events, you also get extra cards and extra gold. So I don't ever really play these because it's not how I want to spend my Magic time. But if you have the win rate and you enjoy your constructed deck, you can absolutely jump in here and do some good grinding. And that's the main way to do it. But basically, if you like limited, I would just say play in the drafts and rare draft a lot, and you get you'll build up your collection while playing in the most fun way possible. Limited. So that's my recommendation on that. All right, back in. Did I miss something? Paul Cheon doing casting and hiring casters. I don't know if that's a conflict of interest. Like, maybe it just gets him up close and he really can understand the talent he's working with. I don't know. Are we gonna keep this? Got a murder. Got a bow that goes along with the cutthroat. Maybe we should play the second cutthroat. That plus the bow has actually been very good. I should think about that after this game. But this deck's not doing too much, or this hand is not doing too much. It needs, like, a lot of things. I am gonna make a conservative mulligan here. I just feel like this hand isn't doing enough. Even though we can cast stuff. We can cast stuff, though. I take it back. I'm going to keep. We can just cast everything, so I'm going to keep. We're just going to draw a weaponsmith off the top and no island ever. But that's just me being a negative Nelly, not actually thinking about the average chance of winning. And I think our average chance of winning is higher with this hand than mulliganing. Beautiful. I know it's only technically full art on rollover, but come on. That's a beautiful land right there. Dionysus, you have to let Stratic repeat his question. You don't get to repeat questions for others. Come on. It's not even your question, man. I'm not going to get into that right now. It's too distracting in mid-game. All right. Got some blue. And a thief, and then see if we can't make something happen next turn. Bow on the thief allows us to attack into one of these two creatures, but not really both. They get a good block. Well, we get the spider. Yeah, if they're gonna do that, that's fine. See what else they've got, though. I imagine they're not done for the turn. This, though, I can't abide. Like, the seeing one unhinged land and not the other is just really hard for me. Weaponsmith. I like, let's murder the overgrowth elemental and equip the bow and attack, and then we get a free attack in. We get a free card, basically. That seems worth it to me. It's a heavy cost of murder here. But I do like this play, so I'm doing it. Alright, that's aggressive. We're definitely going to attack with our thief, so let's start there. And I guess if we were to draw a vial, we would want to take out the spider, so let's hit the spider. And we got a couple of raptors, but I think I like either weaponsmith. Oh no, we can cutthroat. That's great. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just cutthroat the spider off. Forgot my own combo there. I'm very good at this game. Pay no attention to the guy yammering behind the camera. Clever was apparently out of lands and decided they couldn't overcome that combo, I guess. All right, let's take a look. Don't you? Gosh, I feel like I face early scoopers constantly around here. See, we do have this other cutthroat, and it's been very good. Very, very good. Makes me want to cut like a blade brand. Or even the hammer. We've been kind of cute with the hammer, but it hasn't really done anything. And the one time we could cast it, it didn't really matter anyway. I'm going to do that. I don't want to cut a smith either. We are kind of all in on it with these. And I really want the mana ramp for the cards, for these low level cards we're still playing. But I do want 2 cutthroats, I think. Looks like there's been a lot of chatter. What do I want from coverage? I just wanted to get more and more professional and polished. I want minds to win out over bodies when it comes to who's doing what on coverage. I have really enjoyed having a more diverse coverage lineup. I don't mind that I am not their target coverage guy. I really like seeing a better reflection of the diversity in our world and for US and our country in our Magic coverage. I think that's important. It's good. Feels good. I would like to see more digital coverage. I think it's really great when coverage is on Arena and people can interact with the client. Or, you know, it's such a cleaner view to watch digital Magic, but also Arena needs to catch up in terms of what it can offer in terms of digital. So basically in an effort to combine the 2 questions that I'm hearing, people are asking what I think of coverage, and Buckeye and others saying, what events do you want to see happen in Arena? I guess what I would like to see is round-based competitive Magic on Arena. We knew this when I was working on it. Like, there is no infrastructure in here for Swiss pairings, round 1, round 2, round 3. That does not exist in Arena. Arena is a league-style bucket of players-based system. There are not definitive rounds. There are not timers on rounds. So to kind of put it all together, what I really want to see most is Arena to develop the ability to have high-level Swiss-based Magic competitions take place on it, and then I would like to see coverage run those tournaments and cover them on Arena. So there you go. Yeah, the MPL I have hopes for. I guess what I'd also like to see coverage is just general improvements to the MPL coverage. Make me care about that. I kind of want coverage in smaller bites too. Feel like I want a 3-hour Magic experience, not a 3-day Magic experience. We're going to keep this. Maybe we'll find a weaponsmith ahead of these raptors, but if not, we got 3-4 at least. Yeah, the lack of exposure is a big deal. I agree with Stratic. I think getting game content to be the key and not... Oh man, how good would a weaponsmith be for us? But no luck. All right, maybe Thief will get us out of this. Nope, shocked. Mr. Wisely here's got a solid looking deck, at least so far. Love his first 2 cards. Love his first 3 cards.
I'm ready to fight. Oh, I just want to hug all those fire critters.
Well, what are we gonna do for the last half hour after I lose this game? Maybe we vulture, but then they just shock the vulture. Yeah, we can grind up an unglued forest as I die in front of you. As I tilt just from what I'm playing. I guess Dionysus would like that. Actually, Robert says draft another deck, but we do have a best of 3 waiting for us on the paid account that we haven't finished yet. So that's an option as well. Maybe I'll just ask chat. Either grind for basics or finish the other draft. I mean, I don't see how we win from here, really, realistically. This deck looks awesome. Good job, Mr. Wisely. We're going to take Weaponsmith on hopes that it can somehow power out enough to maybe somehow survive this somehow, some way. But we're kind of just super dead, aren't we? Elementals get +2.
Time to turn up the heat.
You're not wrong, Stratic. But also, yeah, some of it's just like... people don't know where stuff is. Or they don't know what thing takes away what thing. Does that make sense? It's like... people are bummed about one kind of coverage. Like, oh, I would like GP coverage back. Hey, Hexstar. Thank you for that. Yeah, like GP coverage again would be great. Video coverage. Well, I was certainly waiting to die in that one. But hey, we set this at par 2.5. I can't complain about 5. We'll take it. We'll take it. It was off of, hey, we even got a free second pack. I feel like this happens to us all the time. Like, we just always get our extra pack. Let's go to Soapbox View. Open some packs. Reflect on that event. A lot of punting from me in that one. I don't know how much farther we could have taken it with perfect play, but there's at least one game that we gave up on a punt. It's kind of a UI punt as opposed to a brain punt, but there were plenty of brain punts in this one too. They just didn't actually end up impacting the outcome of things.